About lost my face there. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my pit of despair here. If you've been following along on my Jeep work, you know that I'm getting it ready to go trail riding shortly. And I've been trying to get the thing in order, and I ran into an issue with the brakes. That's an ongoing saga. While I'm waiting on some calipers for the rears, I decided I should do the rear shocks because I knew the shocks weren't in very good shape. Well, the shocks weren't shocking at all. This is what I got. So, ran to the parts store to pick up new shocks. You guys have been to the typical parts stores. They don't ever know exactly what you need, so I end up in the back of the store with the guy digging through shocks to try to find something that would work. So I came up with these AC Delcos. The problem is they don't exactly fit. The ferrule through the bushing here is a little too narrow to fit on the stud, and this is a little too wide to fit in the pocket on the bottom. So I have one installed. I will go through the process of modifying these to fit on the Jeep. It's been fun. This is a PG channel, so I will try to keep it as least distressing as possible, but it is a frustrating situation I'm in, but I'm inviting you guys along with me to see how I remedied this. So issue one is this stud has too big of a diameter to fit through the bushing on the shock. So what I did on the other side was take my die grinder with a little Dremel tool here and ground this down to eliminate a little bit of the diameter. I also took chamfered a little bit on the edge here so it has more of a taper than just a straight shot. Here now, the ferrule inside the bushing needs to be sliced so it has the ability to expand. So, chuck it up in ye oldie vise here. Start a cut with this mini hacksaw. Put a little cutting oil in it. Here's the fancy, tricky part. Assemble the hacksaw through it. Now I get some good long strokes on it. There we go. That wasn't too hard. This tip was suggested to me by a buddy who shall remain nameless. If he's watching this, he knows who he is. Worked out pretty well. Next, we move on to the truly sketchy part of this operation, if nothing else looks sketchy to you yet. I've got a chisel. I'm going to put it right in the cut from the hacksaw. I'm going to drive this thing through to spread that out and give me the room I need. I think. Put your ears on. About lost my face there. This might be a little safer. drive it all the way through, split it right there. We should be good to go. Let's go see what we can do. Now we're going to see if we can get this thing on here. A little more coercion and I think it'll go. I'm going to put a little anti-seize on it. At least so it doesn't rust up and weld itself to it this weekend. Maybe I can get a couple weeks out of it before it completely rusts up. Rust is a Jeep's natural state of being, I believe. Here's a pro tip. A socket that's the size of the ferrule with an extension. Use stuff that you don't need. Always use spares. There we go. Okay, then the bottom pocket does not accept the lower bushing, so this one gets solved the old-fashioned way. It should pinch back nice and tight when I run the bolt through and hit it with the impact. At least it did on the other side. Nothing is a given with this thing. Okay, got a little bit of anti-seize on my bolt here, and a lot of anti-seize all over the place. I don't have a towel in my pocket. I'm going to pop the strap off here. Hopefully we can get that thing in there because these are pretty strong shocks. So I don't have to fight this thing too much. And it's right there, but I think I've oblonged the hole a little too much. Alright, I gotta see what's going on here. There we go. Tighten this up. So I've got my breaker bar with a, what is this? 15. Put that on the bolt. And get a wedge to the ground. Got 18 on my impact. When I come through the other side, I ran the bolt through this way, so if I have to take it back apart at some point, I can run the impact, because I have more room, I can run the impact on the nut as opposed to the bolt. Okay, put the washer and the nut on here. This is also an 18. So hit this with the impact again. Okay, that should be it. Not a lot of thread there, but this thing's crammed on so tight I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think that nut could fall off and this probably wouldn't go anywhere, but I'm driving this to the trail, so I'll check it when I stop at a rest area and stuff, and then I will keep an eye on it while we're wheeling. Let's wrap this video up. Alright guys, so that's how you put not the right shocks onto a lifted 97 ZJ Grand Cherokee with actually a modified Dana 44 JK Wrangler axle underneath. I'm glad I found some shocks that I could make work. They're stiffer than what was on there. Granted, what was on there wasn't even working, but when they were working, the shocks now are stiffer than what was there, and I think they're a touch taller. But I don't think there would be any issue of the shock if I articulate the rear that much, which I don't do. I'm not rock crawling or anything. I don't think there's any issue with the shock pushing too big to actually make the spring pop out of the top or anything. But we'll find out. I know a few of you have been following along on this build practically, but right now, because I'm waiting on calipers that I had to order for the rear, I'm waiting on those. Hopefully I have them tomorrow, because as of right now, I want to be on the road 4 days from right now. So Sunday evening, I'm going to try to get in the house, take a break, try to edit this real quick and actually get it uploaded. I don't know what else I'm going to get uploaded. I know that I was going to do a tour of the vehicle. There were a few other upgrades I wanted to do with that table I had built for the back. Kind of show what I pack for the trail rides and stuff, and get that. And I'm going to try to get video as I go, but I don't know when I'm going to get edited. I don't know when I'm going to get uploaded. Any updates if I don't do any YouTube videos, if the 4 of you that watch these are actually interested, check out my Instagram page. I'll put pictures and stuff there and keep you updated as I go, but I'm going to try to get video and I'm going to try to edit. It just may be uploaded long after the trip. So I'm heading back in the house, and thanks for coming along, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. What's that? Am I going to have to replace the front shocks? Just going to have to wait and see.